It's one of the boldest ideas in Caribbean history. One single dollar for the entire region. Not just Jamaica, not just Trinidad, not just Barbados, but all of CARICOM, the Caribbean community, which today includes 15 member states and 5 associate members for a total of 20 countries and territories. This bold vision was sparked by an impacting Jamaica viewer who asked, "Isn't it time for a single CARICOM dollar?" Tonight, we're taking that question seriously, because behind it lies a dream that could unite the Caribbean like never before, or trigger economic shocks we may never recover from. But before we dive into the risks and the rewards, let's start with a shocker. There are at least 8 different currencies across CARICOM. Some are pegged to the US dollar, others float. Some countries have inflation near 3%, others have seen it spike past 50%. And yet, in this fractured landscape, we still talk about a single currency. Why? Because unity, even in money, has always been at the heart of the Caribbean dream. The dream of unity. From the collapse of the West Indies Federation in 1962 to the birth of CARIFTA in 1965, and then the signing of the Treaty of Chaguaramas in 1973, Caribbean leaders have always wrestled with one question: how do small, vulnerable nations survive in a global economy dominated by giants? The answer they often came back to was integration, and the capstone of that integration was always imagined to be a single currency, a CARICOM dollar, a symbol of unity, a tool for growth, a bold step toward true independence from outside powers. But here's the catch. Every time this idea came up, the region stumbled. Deadlines were set, targets were announced. Yet the dream kept being pushed further into the future. Lessons from the world. To understand why, we need to look outside the Caribbean. Other regions have tried what CARICOM dreams of, and their stories hold both inspiration and warning. Europe's euro was launched in 1999. It eliminated exchange rate risk, boosted trade, and gave Europe the world's second most powerful reserve currency. But when the debt crisis struck, cracks appeared. Countries like Greece couldn't devalue their currency to compete. They were forced into painful austerity, mass unemployment, and social unrest. The lesson? A single currency without a shared fiscal system is fragile. The CFA Franc zone in Africa is another story. 14 countries share a common currency pegged to the euro. It has kept prices stable, but critics call it neo-colonial. Why? Because France still controls much of its structure. Stability came at the price of sovereignty. Then there's our own Eastern Caribbean Currency Union, ECCU. Since 1976, 8 small states and territories have shared the Eastern Caribbean dollar. It has worked, providing decades of stability. Why? Because these economies are similar in size and structure, and because they trusted one strong institution, the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. What do these lessons tell us? Europe shows us the dangers of rushing. Africa shows us the dangers of dependence. The ECCU shows us that success is possible, but only when conditions are right. CARICOM's reality check. And this is where the dream collides with reality. CARICOM is not Europe, not Africa, and not the OECS. It is a patchwork of economies more different than alike. Trinidad and Tobago thrives on oil and gas. Guyana is booming in petroleum. Jamaica depends on tourism, bauxite, and services. Barbados fights high debt while clinging to financial services. Haiti, with more than 11 million people, struggles with poverty and instability. The differences don't stop there. Some currencies float, others are pegged. Inflation rates range from single digits to double digits. Public debt in Guyana sits around 26% of GDP. In Barbados, it soars above 100%. And the shocks? They never stop. A hurricane wipes out Dominica, but leaves Suriname untouched. Rising oil prices fill Trinidad's coffers, but sink St. Lucia economy. These asymmetric shocks mean that a one-size-fits-all monetary policy could fit nobody at all. What would it mean? Still, the potential of a single dollar is too powerful to ignore. Economically, a CARICOM dollar could slash transaction costs, eliminate currency conversion headaches, and build a larger, unified capital market. Prices would be transparent, trade would be easier, and investors would be more confident. But the price? Every nation would lose the ability to set its own interest rates, control inflation, or devalue its currency in a crisis. Politically, it would be the boldest step yet toward integration. A symbol is stronger than any treaty, a collective voice that global powers could no longer ignore. But it would also mean surrendering one of the most sacred powers of sovereignty, the control over money. The roadmap forward. Experts say there's only one way to get there: slowly, carefully, and with discipline. Phase 1, 0 to 5 years. Finish the CARICOM Single Market and Economy, CSME. Enforce strict rules on inflation, debt, and deficits. Build a Caribbean Fiscal Council and a stabilization fund to cushion shocks. Phase 2, 5 to 10 years. Draft the treaty for a Caribbean Monetary Authority. Harmonize banking and financial regulations. Test a digital payment system, a Carib dollar, or even a shared CBDC to deliver early wins without losing sovereignty. Phase 3, 10+ years. Pool foreign reserves. Fix exchange rates. Introduce the Caribbean Community Dollar and retire national currencies. This roadmap isn't flashy. It's long. It's hard. But it's the only safe way to make the dream real. 4 bonus facts. Fact 1. Intra-CARICOM trade is under 15% of total trade. Far less than in Europe, meaning gains from a single currency could be smaller than expected. Fact 2. 8 CARICOM territories already share a currency, the Eastern Caribbean dollar, proving that unity is possible on a smaller scale. Fact 3. Haiti once saw inflation above 45%, while Grenada sat under 3% in the same year. A vivid picture of how uneven the region really is. Fact 4. Some experts propose launching a digital Carib dollar first, letting citizens test the benefits of one currency before giving up their national notes. The Caribbean dollar will not be born in speeches or promises. It will be born only when leaders and citizens are ready to sacrifice sovereignty for unity. Until then, the dream lives on the horizon. Don't just watch this debate. Be part of it. Subscribe to this channel, Impacting Jamaica, and join us as we explore the choices shaping our region's future.